This came out of nowhere. What is going on, guys? What is going on, 27 Squad? Welcome back into another video. Man, I don't know what's going on right now. I don't know how serious this is as far as the Giants go, but apparently Aaron Rodgers has reached out to the New York Giants, and I'll be honest, I'm a bit frightened. As always, if you guys are enjoying the content, make sure you guys hit that like button and subscribe for more content just like this. And also check out the sponsors of the channel, BetUS. Check them out for a 150% sign-up bonus up to $2,000 on your first deposit. Second and third are 125% as long as you use the promo code YouTube150. But yes, Aaron Rodgers is interested and reached out to the New York Giants. Now, you know it's desperate when he's reaching out to the Giants. The Giants aren't reaching out to him. He's reaching out to the Giants. Now, if this was Aaron Rodgers 4 or 5 years ago, I would say absolutely. I've always been a huge Aaron Rodgers fan. That bad man, Aaron Rodgers.
He's a bad man.
Let's talk about just how big.
But I'll be honest with you, I am a little nervous if the Giants actually go through with doing this. Now, the good thing about this is that we all talked about the whole Matt Stafford saga, right? And of course, Matt Stafford is still under contract with the Los Angeles Rams, and he wants a contract extension. So not only would you have to give up draft capital, you would also have to keep paying Matt Stafford, and he wants upward amount to about $50 million.
That's a lot of nuts!
The good thing with Aaron Rodgers is that if he comes to the New York Giants, it's going to be through free agency. He's not going to be, traded to the New York Giants. I believe they're planning on releasing him. Nobody's going to trade for him. So I think he's still under contract technically, so they will have to release him. But Aaron Gledor already said it out, put it out there that he will not be part of the New York Jets in 2025. So Aaron Rodgers needs a new place to stay. I'm assuming maybe he wants to go to New York, so he stays stays close by, stays next to the stadium, same, home game, and maybe he just doesn't want to move anywhere else. But he's definitely not looking for a championship anymore. I don't know. It can't be the money either, because the Giants ain't going to dish out that kind of money. And listen, Aaron Rodgers had a pretty decent season. It was actually extremely underrated. He was only about less than 200 yards shy of being a 4,000 yard passer. You would never even think that with the New York Jets, the state that they were in last season. He threw for 28 touchdowns, 11 picks. I mean, he really picked it up towards the later half of the season, and he looked pretty damn good for being like 41 years old. And that is my problem. He's going to be like 42 years old, I believe. How much money are the Giants willing to just dish out to Aaron Rodgers for a 42-year-old Aaron Rodgers at that? And listen, we all know, we all saw the memes last year of him just completely tearing his Achilles 4 plays into the season with the Jets in his debut. I don't want that occurrence to happen again. It was a freak accident. It's something that shouldn't happen again, but I'll be honest, it worries me. I don't know about dishing out so much money to an older quarterback that can get hurt and has dealt with injuries in the past. Matt Stafford, although I believe he's dealt with injuries in the past, he's always been ready and available. Matt Stafford, I would definitely invite to the Giants over Aaron Rodgers, but the caveat is you wouldn't have to give up anything for Aaron Rodgers. The Giants would still keep all of their picks, and they could still go quarterback. I think they should go quarterback if they get Aaron Rodgers, because I'll be honest with you, I don't know if Aaron Rodgers would be the guy to elevate this team and for the foreseeable future, because he's older. He's going to give us one good year of quarterback play, and we're going to have to hand over the reins to whoever else is playing quarterback for the Giants. So where did this come from? How did this all come about? I saw it all over Twitter, didn't know what the exact source was, but apparently Mike Florio of Pro Football Talk said that the Giants were approached by Aaron Rodgers. I don't know if it was specifically Aaron Rodgers or maybe his team, maybe, his agent or whatever the case is, but he said this, quote, "I've heard that Aaron Rodgers has reached out to the Giants and wants to play for the Giants, and I believe it. I don't know if this is where it's buttoned up, but I've heard and I believe it." Now, like I said, this is a far cry from the Giants actually signing Aaron Rodgers. The Giants have to do their own due diligence of what they want to do at quarterback. We've already heard Joe Shane said that he's going to leave no stone unturned when it comes to addressing the quarterback and all the possibilities of doing that. And you know that they have a lot of work to do in the draft between Cam Ward, Shedeur Sanders, or maybe they want to pursue someone else like Jackson Dart or something like that. And then there's a bevy of free agent quarterbacks that they can go after, you know, with the top quality guys, and then the more bridge quarterback guys. There's plenty of guys out there in free agency, but just none that really catch your eye too much. Sam Darnold just is going to cost too much, and I don't think he's going to be that good going to a team like the Giants. You got Russell Wilson, who I think can win us some games on a cheap little deal. Justin Fields the same way. Kirk Cousins for a cheap deal, because Atlanta's going to be paying him a boatload of money just to play for another team, so I'm sure he's not going to demand a huge contract. It's probably going to be a vet minimum deal. Jameis Winston is one that always gets brought up as well, so there's plenty of different options that the Giants can go to besides Aaron Rodgers, so it's not like he's the only guy knocking and that's the only person they're forced to kind of answer the door to. So we'll see what happens. But another thing that bothers me about Aaron Rodgers is he's not great in the locker room. We've heard, controversy back when he was with the Green Bay Packers, but everybody kind of shrugged it off and just said, hey, that's Aaron Rodgers. But you guys know all the crazy stuff that he does in his off seasons, all the wild, outlandish things that he says on TV and on video, and starts beef with Ryan Clark and all that stuff. I don't think that's the Giants' way. I really don't think that's what the Giants want to pursue just for the sake of addressing the quarterback position and getting good quarterback play. Matt Stafford, the biggest problem with Matt Stafford is Kelly Stafford. She talks a lot, and apparently the Rams don't like that, according to Colin Cowherd, but I don't think the Giants are going to care that much. Kelly Stafford is not a big a deal as the actual quarterback, the actual player you're signing being the problem, and him going on TV and saying all these wild, crazy things. He also thinks that he's LeBron, all right? He thinks that he's LeBron James and wants to sign all of his guys over here. It's going to be the freaking New York Packers. We're going to Devontae Adams is always great to have, but guys like Alan Lazard, maybe they bring Randall Cobb back from the dead, and maybe some random Green Bay Packers offensive lineman as well. It's like Aaron Rodgers tries to make his own squad being 41 years old. He did that with the Jets. Robert Saleh got ran all over by Aaron Rodgers, and it was the lack of leadership there from Saleh, and that got him fired ultimately, and Aaron Rodgers is out the door too. So I really want to know what you guys think about this. Listen, I loved Aaron Rodgers back when he was with Green Bay. He's one of my favorite quarterbacks to watch. He was absolute magic, and you know what? Maybe he has still a little bit of magic left over that he can bring to the New York Giants, but is it going to be worth the headache? Because the Jets, the Packers, they just didn't like to have Aaron Rodgers in the building, to be honest with you. He wasn't great in the locker room. Maybe he'll be a great mentor to a Cam Ward or a Shedeur Sanders that are going to be brought in here, but everything else on top of that, on top of his age, how much is he going to cost, all needs to be put into the equation. So I'm not too thrilled about it. If the Giants do it, I have to support it. I got to see where it goes, but he's going to be 42, for crying out loud. I mean, Matt Stafford ain't that much younger, but I think he's the better option, even if we have to give up some picks. But we'll see how that goes, because now the Raiders kind of threw their hat into the mix as well. So we'll see if he'll cost a lot more than originally thought of. So that being said, leave your thoughts in the comment section below. Would you guys like Aaron Rodgers to be the next New York Giants quarterback? Literally a 12-year-old's dream back in 2017. But as always, leave a like if you guys enjoyed. Subscribe if you guys are new to the channel. Thank you to BetUS for sponsoring this video, and we'll see you guys in the next video.